Arts for All Kentucky presents The Blind Chef Cooking Show. Characters: the blind chef, a blind or low vision teenager of any gender who is interested in fame, fortune, independence, and delicious food. The nervous adult, a sighted middle-aged adult caregiver who loves the blind chef, perhaps a bit too much, over-the-top protective, and a bit of a nerd.
Testing. Is it on? Welcome to The Blind Chef, Episode 1. Today, we're making brownies, because who doesn't love gooey, chewy bits of warm chocolate?
Honey, is that you? What's going on in there?
Mom, stay away. I literally just got everything set up. Do you know what all great chefs say? Well, they probably say a lot of things like bon appetit and anyone can cook. And you call this slush soup? But do you know what I say? It helps to be prepared.
The first thing you should do is make sure you have a box of brownie mix from the store. Then, gather your materials and ingredients. The box of brownie mix, a large bowl, a small bowl, 2 eggs, oven mitts, a set of Braille measuring cups, vegetable oil, hand mixer, it helps if this one is close to an outlet, a can of spray pan, and an 8x8 baking pan.
First, preheat the oven to 200 degrees.
You're doing what? Don't touch that stove. I don't want you to get burned.
Newsflash, in order for the stove top to burn me, I must actually turn it on first. I'm just preheating the oven. You know the inside part?
Don't you sass me. This is dangerous.
Sure it is, but I must actually have to open the oven first, which it's not yet, so we're all good.
For this oven, the bake button has a bump job for people who want to work independently. The start button is to the right of the bake button. The starting temperature is automatically 350 degrees. Once you've set the oven temperature and explained the basics of science to the nearest adult, bring your pan and a can of Pam over to the sink. Take off the top of the can of Pam and make sure the nozzle stream is pointing away from you. Holding the pan over the sink, coat the bottom and sides of the pan with Pam. Use a grid pattern. Start on the left side of your pan. Spray down one row, then move your hand back up and to the right, then repeat, to ensure you cover the entire surface of the pan. Place greased pan on the table or counter near your ingredients.
What are you spraying where now?
There's little to no evidence of anything.
First, open the box of brownie mix and the plastic bag inside. Use scissors if necessary. Resist the urge to point scissors at the hovering adult in your life. That would not be appropriate. Pour the bag of brownie mix into the empty large bowl and set it aside.
Next, in the small bowl, crack your eggs.
Did you just say crack your eggs? Let me do that, honey. It won't take me long, and I'll make sure there's no shell.
Mom, come on. I can do this myself.
To crack your eggs without getting any shell in the bowl, tap the egg firmly on the table or counter. Then, press both thumbs into the crack in the side of the egg while pulling the 2 sides of the shell away from one another. Leave that bowl on the counter and bask in your shell-free success. And, if some shells do get into the bowl, pat yourself on the back for cracking them into an empty bowl so that the shell does not mix with other ingredients. Remove shells if needed and get the small bowl to the side. Wash your hands if needed. Take the bowl of brownie mix to the sink. Keep the bowl close to the sink or place it in the sink if possible. From the sink, fill the 4th cup with water. Remember to do this away from the bowl if you kept it in the sink. Pour the water into the bowl with the brownie mix.
This one is so easy for me to do. It will only take a second for me to measure the water, and you can pour it in.
Wow, thanks for having faith in me, Mom. Ignore the nearest grown-up and carry on.
Then, over the sink, fill your half cup with vegetable oil. If some spills, don't worry. That's why we do it over the sink. Add oil into the large bowl with the brownie mix and water. Pour the eggs from the small bowl into the large bowl with the brownie mix, water, and oil.
Bring the large bowl over to an electrical outlet.
A what? An electrical outlet? Are you sure you don't need help? Or moral support? Or I could at least tell you where things are?
No need.
Find the outlet against the wall and plug in the mixer. Attach the mixer attachments to the underside of the hand mixer. Before you turn the mixer on, steady the bowl with one hand and with the other, hold the mixer to mix the ingredients together. Turn the mixer on to the lowest setting.
Hey, Mom, I'm turning on the mixer.
Make sure to keep the mixer low in the bowl and scrape the bottom and sides of the bowl. Once you turn off the mixer, be sure to slowly tilt it back and keep the attachments over the bowl. Be careful, they drip. Next, pour batter into the baking pan that you greased and set aside earlier. When the bowl seems mostly empty, hold the top of the bowl with one hand, and with the other you can use a spatula to scrape the remaining batter from the sides of the bowl. Shake the pan lightly from side to side to help the batter settle to the bottom.
I'm putting on the oven mitts. I'm opening the oven door.
What? I'm here!
Oh my gosh, Mom. Step aside and let the magic happen.
What?
Seriously, I've got this. Let's go stand over there.
All right.
With a mitted hand, safely trail down the inside of the oven to find the rack. Carefully pull the rack out of the oven a few inches. Place the pan in the middle of the rack. Push the rack back in, close the oven door, and place mitts near the stove for easy locating.
Well, that was a surprisingly safe way to do things. Huh. You were right.
Set a timer for 30 minutes. Pause this video until timer ends and have a heart-to-heart to your parent or guardian on safe ways to make your life more independent.
When the timer goes off, use the same oven mitt strategy to take brownies out of the oven. Use a fork to poke the center of the brownies. Remove your oven mitts and carefully touch the tines of the fork to determine if they still have wet brownie batter on them. If they do, use a strategy for placing the brownies in the oven to put it back in the oven and set a timer for 2 to 5 more minutes. Once the tines of the fork come out of the brownies dry, set them on top of the stove to cool. Turn the oven off.
Are those brownies, done? May I, have one?
Share your tasty accomplishment at your own discretion.
Oh, please.
I don't know. You didn't think I could crack an egg.
Please.
Fine.
Yay! Ooh, that looks good. Yeah, I want the big one. Yes. Ooh, that one's mine. Yeah, that one right there.
The Blind Chef Cooking Show. Mickey, actor. Gracie, actor. Taryn, dramaturg. Talleri, actor, writer, project facilitator. Kirsten, project facilitator. Jess, project assistant. This project was made possible by Arts for All Kentucky, the Kentucky Arts Council, and the Kentucky Department of Education.